Good morning, amigos. It is Andy at DailyBookNerds, and today we're gonna wrap up the readathon. That's what's happening. We're wrapping it up. Okay, so the Bout of Books readathon happened last week. I put up a TBR and one update. I wanted to do another update, somewhere in the middle there, but then I had to spend like 2 days without Wi-Fi. First of all, on my Tumblr, I have a wrap-up post that kind of rambles a bit about how I feel about the ending and all of that stuff, so you can read that. So over the course of the readathon, here, I'm gonna throw out some statistics for you. I managed to read 3,405 pages overall, over the course of all of the books that I read. I managed to finish 13 books, and I managed to finish at least one book every day of the week, which I'm very proud of. It's a real thing. Like, I've finished 13 whole books. I will say, there is a part of me that is happy the readathon is over, because, and I did say this in my blog post, there comes a point when you start worrying too much about page numbers and how far you have read through a book and how much you have left. It kind of takes over the story a little bit. Not in the sense that I wasn't absorbing the story, I wasn't reading or enjoying it, because I still was, but in the back of my head there was always this, I have so-and-so pages left until the end, I have such and such chapters left until the end, and I have to push myself to keep going until I reach this place, at which point I can take a break. I don't think it's something that I need to be thinking about all the time, and so it's going to be nice to be able to get back to just reading without thinking about how long it's going to take, or how many pages I have left, or how many chapters I have to get through before I can stop. So, now we're gonna go through the list of all of the books that I read. Because I want to. And there were more of them than were on my original TBR. Here we go, and I'm just gonna do this quick. I'm gonna go through them. I think I talked about quite a few of these in my first video, or in my first update video, the one right before this. I'm not gonna say a whole lot about them. The first book I finished was The Art of Fiction by John Gardner. I liked it. Second, I read Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. It was okay. Then I went to The Secret of the Golden Pavilion by Carolyn Keene. After that, I read The End of Harry Potter by Daniel Langford. Then I did Operation Typhoon Shore by Joshua Moll. The next book I read was A Wizard of Earthsea by Ursula K. Le Guin. Okay, now we're through all of the books that I have already shown you. Now on to the ones that I read during the latter part of the week. So after Wizard of Earthsea, I picked up The Secret of the Wooden Lady by Carolyn Keene. This is a Nancy Drew book. Then I read The Hardy Boys, The Great Airport Mystery by Franklin W. Dixon, which I liked. I liked both of them. Let's be honest, The Hardy Boys is basically just male Nancy Drew. And there's two of them. That's what it is. And it's good. It's good. I liked it. After that, I picked up Sherlock Holmes, The Hound of the Baskervilles. I liked it. This one took me the longest to get through, I think, just because I need to read a chapter, then take a break, then read a chapter, then take a break, and process. I need to process. Also, I'm quite proud of myself. I saw a couple of plot twists coming a couple of chapters ahead of time, and I was, when then those things did happen, I was like, yes! Called it! Totally did. I get excited about mysteries. No big deal. After Sherlock Holmes, I picked up The Air Affair by Jasper Fforde. I found it a lot more entertaining this time. Like, the first time around, I was just confused, and this time when I was reading it, I was amused by all of the little quirks in the book, even though they didn't always make sense. Then, after The Air Affair, I picked up The Justice Project, which I told you about. Fun fact, it's not just anecdotes about justice, it's anecdotes about Christians and justice, and how, as a Christian, we should be talking about justice more, and your relationship with God, and how there's a lot of justice talked about in the Bible. Which I didn't realize going into it. I probably should have, but, like, I haven't read the description or the book jacket of this book for at least a year, if not more, and I guess I forgot about that part. I thought this was really interesting. I did like it. After The Justice Project, I picked up Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. This is the second book in the Grisha trilogy, and as things are going, new favorite trilogy. I mean, this is just a good book. In general, this is just good. No, but I loved this. I loved this. It was good. Speaking of love, the last book I read for the readathon is Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. And this was brilliant. This was basically the best. It's so cute. Oh, I might need to devote an entire review just to this book because I liked it so much. Yeah, so that was all of the books I read during the readathon. And now that I have finished them, I get to go and put them on my shelves. I've been waiting for this since like the middle of the readathon when the pile started to stack up, and I was like, I can't wait to be able to move them all off of the TBR shelf onto the shelf of books that I've already read. So I hope you have a lovely day, I hope you have a lovely life, I hope you have lots of hot chocolate in your near future. I'll see you soon.